Okay, so today I want to talk about enchants. Not like these enchants, if I can spell. There we go. Not these enchants, because, well, they're pretty much self-explanatory, because they explain it clearly. But the mob sword enchants, or just the mob Omni-Tools enchants, because there's a lot to them. And in my opinion, knowing which enchants to put on your tools, your Omni-Tools, which is just permanent tools, is very important, especially if you want to like make more money and all that stuff. So, first off, the one with I'm the most familiar with, the sword. So, these are my current enchants on the sword. Auto sell is pretty much on every tool. Money greed, sharpness, essence pouch, essence harvester, haste, strength, spawner finder. So, the first thing I like to prioritize, well, honestly, these don't really matter to me as much, but sharpness and strength is basically a must if you have iron golem spawners. But the ones that I like the most are money greed and essence pouch. Mostly essence pouch because you need essence to upgrade these tools. So you might as well get more essence while you're killing mobs, right? And same thing here. Money investor, essence investor, experience hoarder, not so much, I guess. But if you have spare money or essence, I guess, in this case, um, go ahead. For this row, this one, enchant proc booster. Honestly, this is probably the one of the most important ones aside from spawner finder. But all of these are enchants, right? If you can have enchant proc booster and spawner finder, you're gonna be potentially getting a lot out of this. Same thing for this mob smasher. Mob smasher, very very good. Chance to kill multiple mobs. That is very helpful considering you get so many mobs to spawn all at once. Orb finder, well, you can do that. I personally just like mob smasher, enchant proc booster, spawner finder, looting if you want. And just anything money and essence related. So the mob smasher thing, I mean, look at this. There's 361 sheep. I take that back. There's like over 600 sheep on our island right now. These guys haven't spawned yet. And yep, right here. 300. 300 golems. That is a lot to just spam left click on, right? Like you're just gonna be doing this. Like for who knows how long. So mob smasher. Very important. Very helpful. And just overall, probably or arguably one of my favorite enchants. Spawner finder. I have not got it to proc yet, so I'm guessing it's a pretty low chance, which is why you need the enchant proc booster, and it'll just basically give you a better chance. Now it's a farming. This is just for the mob sword. Again, you can decide to copy me if you want, or copy my preference, but ultimately it's up to you. However you want to play the game, go ahead. I just prefer have these things maxed out, which is why it's mainly essence based, I guess. And getting essence from killing mobs is like the easiest thing to do. Let me auto sell mode. Yeah, look at this. If you just kill mobs, like there's 700 of these. If I had the mob smasher one, I could be killing these a lot faster. You can see how like low the rates are, which is why enchant proc booster is important. And right there, 96 million from essence. If you can keep going with that, that would be insane. 96 mil. So if we go with essence pouch, we get more. And you can go up to level 5,000. That's a lot. Now, moving on from mob sword, I'm not gonna do pickaxe and rod because I haven't touched them yet. So farming. And farming, honestly, probably and arguably one of my favorite things here because of all this stuff. There's so much here. So speed, obviously. Haste, obviously. Key finder. You get crate keys, I'm assuming. So level this up, you get free crates. And let me actually see if I have any crates. Crates? I do. So just for a little, I guess, perspective on what you can get from these crates. Let me find a place to store my items really quick though. Sure. We'll roll with this. There's just so much that you can get here. It's actually insane. So crates, a little perspective. Right there. So, oh my gosh, I got another money robot. Let's go. Now we can get more money. How do I upgrade this? Q. There we go. Now I have 3 money robots working for me. Not enough money. I am poor. How much do I need to upgrade this? 4 mil. Am I that broke? I am that broke right now. Oh my gosh. And that's why money investment is important. So anyways, that's a little perspective on what you can get on the key finder when you get keys. You get cash note, loot boxes, kits, gear boxes, top displays. Let me do this really quick. Let me go to robots. Let me upgrade that. And there we go. Now, back to this. So, speed, haste, key finder. This one, not too important because farms are made for you. Unless you want to make your own farm, then by all means, go for the tiller. Replenish, again, another important one. This one, again, not too useful unless you're like planting yourself. And right here, money investment, essence investment, big ones right here. A crop investor, another big one because it's technically can help you boost your money. Luck. And this one, kind of like, I forgot what it was called. I forgot what it was called. What was the one with the sword called? Enchant proc booster. That one. That's basically the same thing as this one. And as usual, very useful. You get to proc money investment, essence investment. You get to proc other things too. Money greed, essence greed. Level investor for sure. That one's very important. Again, spawner finder, very important. Mini boss finder. Only do this if you can kill the bosses. So yeah. Chance to boost essence and money for 30 seconds. Not a lot of time, but 30 seconds, you can clear out a good amount of stuff in 30 seconds in farming. And look at the boost, 1.5 times. Pretty sure that scales higher, or the time goes up. Not too sure, but this is very important. Merchant, auto sell. You're going to be auto selling all the time, so you might as well, right? Airstrike, I have no idea. I really have no idea what this is. Jackhammer, chance to break a layer of the current crop. I don't know what they mean by layer. I really don't. Like, is it from top to bottom or left to right? You know? So I don't know what they mean by layer, but if this is, like, if it can clear, like, that whole row right here, and all the way to whatever's connecting it, then this will be very useful. Chance to break crops in a 2x2 radius. Not the best, but can be useful. It just basically helps you speed things up. Orb Hoarder. I don't know what orbs are used for, but if they're putting it on the tools, it must be very important. Value Finder, Island Value Artifacts. I think Fragment Finder. Yeah, Fragment Finder. Something you should probably prioritize on once you reach level 30 Harvester Hoe. Yeah, fragments are pretty good. I don't know what this means. Chance to get blessed by the gods. But Fragment Finder, let me show you what fragments are really quick. If you go to shop. So right here. So from here, you can buy a bunch of stuff. O level, O crystal, solo dungeon key, island dungeon key, crystal scroll, player shop, extra player vault, which I don't think is needed as much. They already give you a good amount of player vaults already. But the big one here, villager spawners. Villager spawners are very valuable. Fragment shops are like the only way you can get them. And if you can get them, if you can just like get a bunch of fragments and just have a bunch of villager spawners around, your island value will really jump up. And why that's important? Well, I don't have Discord open right now. Sad. But the reason why that's important is because you can win real money here based on, top islands and all that. So if you have a very high like value island, then you're gonna win real money. You can win store credit. Yeah, all that stuff. Store credit, real money, rewards in game. Probably like to help you boost yourself on the next run of this, because once the event is done, once this little like competition thing is done, everything's gonna reset, give them some time, and then a new one's gonna start. So yeah, very, very busy. You're gonna be very busy here. There's so much you can do, and there's just a lot. Let me take a quick peek at mining. I have not done mining. There's not too much, but let's quickly look at this. Money booster, obviously. Fortune enchant, again, obviously. Efficiency, well, all of these are given. Essence, value, island value pouches. This one's cracked. If you can do this one, if you do mining, grab these ones. This is good. Island value pouches just gives you straight island value, I'm guessing. That's a really good haste. So, oh my gosh. These enchants are insane. Metal detector, orb finder. What does fishing do? I might actually enjoy mining. Essence investor, angler, speeds up fishing time. Oh my gosh, I love fishing already. The one thing that was holding me back from fishing is the amount of time. But if you can speed up your fishing time, that is so good. Find crate keys, again, very important. Boost money. Chance to summon a tsunami. Oh my gosh. Money greed, luck. So enchants proc rate. Lure, chance to lure and common fish. I'm guessing that's like good in the long run. Essence is, did I see money greed already? Yeah, right here. Essence and money greed. Make it easier to level up your rod. That's always a good thing. Orb uncover. Oh my gosh, there's a bunch of stuff here. So basically, the ones that give you more money, more essence, ones that make things like easier for you. Like you don't need, what is it? I have no idea what airstrike is. You don't need things like XP discover unless you're like making a sword and all that stuff. You don't need planter as much. You don't need tiller unless you're making a handmade farm rather than their auto farms. And yeah, there's a bunch of stuff that you shouldn't prioritize on, but the ones you should, those are the ones that are going to give you a real advantage in basically getting as much money, as much essence, and as much fragments too. You can use that by a bunch of spawners and increase the value on your island. So for now, I'll end this here. Hopefully this helped if you play Arcadia, or if you're like wanting to get into Arcadia, kind of get a little idea of what the server's like, So I'll end it here, and we'll see you next time. Next time, I'm probably just going to talk about farming. There's a lot to farming. There really is. So, we'll see you then.